Afternoon, everyone. Just going to wait 1 minute for 3 o'clock to arrive, and we will start promptly at 3. Thank you for joining us. Just a reminder, please, I can see there are already some questions coming in, but please, everyone, feel free to type your questions into the comments facility, and we will get to all your questions after the presentation. So I'd like to welcome everyone to our University Study Options webinar, specifically catered for you GED graduates, and thank you for joining us. University studies can involve a significant commitment to both time and finances, and there are many positive reasons behind the decision to pursue further studies, including improving your career prospects, amongst many others. My name is Sean Swartz. I'm the CEO of SK Education Solutions. We are the official office of the GED in South Africa, as well as throughout Africa. We are live on YouTube, and we have also made the comments facility available for you to post your questions. So please feel free to type your questions in the comments facility. We will be monitoring these questions, and we will try our best to ensure our expert panelists answer your questions. Just as a brief introduction, the GED itself was established over 75 years ago. It was a testing body built on trust and recognition, and today the GED highest certificate worldwide. The GED testing service is a joint venture between the American Council on Education as well as Pearson, a leading global education company. We have over 20 million GED graduates around the world, and the GED program is the only higher secondary certificate available in over 85 countries and accepted by nearly all universities in the US and many across the world. One of the benefits of the GED is its ability to test each individual's schedule. The exam can be taken anytime throughout the year, ensuring that students don't need to wait months for a specific set exam date. Students can schedule their exams when they are ready to write the exams. Today, we are very privileged to have Kate Campbell join us from the University of the People. If you don't know, the University of the People is the first non-profit, American-accredited, tuition-free online university dedicated to opening access to higher education globally. The University of the People has been recognized in top publications across the globe, from the BBC to the New York Times. Kate, thank you for joining us. We're very excited for you to share your knowledge with our audience. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sean. I'm going to share my screen now, so you can just hang on with me 1 more minute to let me know you can see everything okay, and I'll get started. All good?
It looks perfect. All good.
Okay, thank you. Thank you again to Sean and the GED and the team for having us today for this webinar. Good morning to you all from a very dreary New York City this morning. I'm very happy to be with you all today. My name is Kate Campbell. I am the Marketing Channels Director here at the university. As I mentioned, based in New York, originally from the UK, We're a very global team at the university, so it's a privilege to be with you all today in South Africa and Africa. So we're going to jump right into the content today. I've prepared a very top-level informational webinar for you. The idea really is to give you a flavour of University of the People and what we're all about, and to give you a bit of an insight as to how we teach, the kind of programs we can offer you, the kind of benefits you would receive, so on and so forth. So I think where we're going to start really is this statement here, which is: imagine if everybody who wanted to earn a degree that's high quality, affordable and accessible. Wow, that's us. We are here to provide exactly that to the world. So University of the People was founded back in 2009 by our founder and president, Shai Reshef. We hit our accreditation originally in 2014, and that's when things really took off at the university. It's really important to talk about the high quality aspect, because really whenever you are choosing an online degree, you need to make sure that you feel comfortable that it is going to be high quality and it's going to serve you well for your employment. We are accredited by the DEAC. We also have candidacy at the moment for our WASC accreditation, which is a regional US accreditation body. So that's very exciting. It's an ongoing process. So we're going through that right now. But my advice to any of you that are looking for online university options, whether it's us or whether it's another university, always check its accreditation, because that will make sure to you that you are getting that quality stamp. The best way to find that's either on their site or on the accreditation body site, the EAC. But it's really, really important whenever you're researching online university that the courses are accredited. But going back to the high quality here around our academic leadership, what makes the University of the People so special is that we have a leadership team that are made up of significant figures in the higher education industry, one of which we are so proud to have is Professor Mamageti Pakeng. She currently serves as the Vice Chancellor of University of Cape Town. She's a leading figure in South African higher education. She has a huge online following herself. If you just see her Twitter, you'll see how many people follow her. She serves on our advisory board, and we're so proud to have South African representation. And something I would like to also mention that Sean and the team also have to send to you after this session is that she, early last year, she did an amazing interview with us on our YouTube channel, UoPeople. Please do subscribe and follow, because we do a lot of content. And she had a conversation with our president, Shai Reshef, all about the future of her thoughts about the future of African higher education. Where is it going in terms of online? What is the role of online? I highly recommend it. It's such an incredible watch, let alone just understanding her story. But this is just an example of, we have amazing leadership from so many different universities, institutions, organizations, and we partner with top universities, including Harvard Business School Online, McGill, NYU, to name a few. So what that means for you is that you are not only getting high quality education from our leadership that is designed into our programs, but you also have the opportunity and a platform to transfer to those universities as well. So there's a lot of benefits through coming to University of the People in terms of your gateways and your options to you as a student. Of course, we are affordable. For us, we are tuition free, and I'm going to go into all the fees in just a moment so you can understand how all the costs work. We like to keep it very, very simple. But we study online, which means that also saves you a lot of money. You don't need to travel, you don't need accommodation. It's streaming video. You can study anywhere, anytime, on any device. We have a very accessible way of studying. We like to keep things simple. As you can see here, we have our Abu Bakr, who's studying with us in Liberia. Accessibility and being able to get that study is so completely important to us. So I'm going to go into the programs as well, but just to give you an overview of what we offer, we have 4 main areas of study. The reason why we like to keep it nice and tight is because these programs in particular, we believe we have chosen them very, very specifically because they have the employability factor, and they're some of the most in-demand degrees out there. So I will be talking through these in a little bit more detail as well, but just to give you a breadth of this is what we can offer in terms of the different fields of study. So a couple of numbers for you just in terms of how we teach. So first of all, in terms of our student to faculty ratio, we're talking around a 17:1. What that means is that you get a lot of personalized service. I'm going to talk about class sizes in a moment, but again, what we like to do here is make sure that you're always feeling connected, you're always feeling supported, and with our world-class instructors that we have at the university, you will always feel like that. Our average class size is 21, which means that you're in a nice group, that the way it works with the class is that it's a continuous stream. So you're always talking to someone. You can be all in different parts of the world and still connect with your classmates. And it is on demand. You can pick up the pace. It's all done within a week, but as long as you're completing your assignments in certain frames of time, then you attend class when it suits you. Serves our working parents really well as young ones that have jobs too. So it means that you can really design your study around your life. Importantly, we run regular student feedback surveys, not only each term, but also at the end of the year. Our last annual feedback survey, we're so proud to see some of the results and feedbacks that are coming from our students. 97% saying that they recommend UoPeople, and 92%, which is very key, of our graduates report having employment. Now, one of the questions that we get so often, we get it on all our socials, almost every day, I can guarantee you, is, will I get a job with my degree? There is the answer for you. 92% of us are employed. And again, it goes back to the accreditation that I was talking about earlier, that if you have a degree that is accredited and it has the stamp of the quality, there should be no reason why your employer shouldn't accept an online degree. But again, that is my key advice to you. Make sure it has its accreditation, whether you're with us or any others. When it comes to our graduates working, these are some of the amazing companies that they are working at currently. This is just to name a few. And again, it's some of the top players in industry FTSE 100s. But again, this just shows you the quality of our degrees that has led to employment at some of these top companies around the world. So let's just talk for a moment here about admission requirements. I know you'll want to hear some of this information quite early on, which I'm keen to get to you. So the first thing is we like to keep it very, very simple to join us here at University of the People. First of all, you'll need to be 16 years or older if you're studying for undergraduate. You would just provide your GED certification. And obviously, as you guys are all studying as part of the GED, which is American established, English proficiency shouldn't be a problem here, and something you would probably just want to talk to your admissions advisor about in terms of any documentation that you need. But English proficiency is required as part of it, which would not be a problem for any of the GED graduates. If you were interested in pursuing a graduate degree after doing your undergraduate, of course, we would love to have you continue on to a graduate degree. For graduates, we look for 18 years or older. You would need to be in possession of a bachelor's degree, have English proficiency as usual. And then for a couple of specific requirements for our MBA programs, you would need 2 years work experience and a letter of recommendation. or if you are joining our brand new Masters in IT program, which we're so excited that we've just launched, you will need to provide some coursework in around college level calculus, linear algebra, or statistics, and you would need to have some knowledge of programming. So let's talk about the fees. I know that's something everyone really wants to understand. Sean originally, when he introduced us, talked about we are the world's first online tuition-free university. And sometimes that can cause confusion of what tuition-free actually means. So to explain, tuition-free means there are no fees to take our courses, to enroll, no course materials, no fees for our services at all. We bring everything to you. However, being a nonprofit, it does not mean that we can be completely free. If we were completely free, we wouldn't be sustainable and we couldn't serve our students. So what that means is that we've managed to cut the costs of traditional university by almost 90%, which is amazing. I think it actually might even be more than that. So what we do charge, and this is all in dollars, we charge a one-time application fee of $60 to apply. And then you don't pay anything until you start studying with us and you take the assessments. So every 9 to 10 weeks, depending on what course you're on, that's when you would pay your assessment fees, and that would be per course completion. So that would be $120 for each undergrad completion, $240 for a grad, and for MSIT, it's $300 for each course completion. That's it. So you're able to plan your finances, you know that these are coming, and these are extremely affordable in terms of a pay-as-you-go university. So all in all, these would be to your right here, you can see the average costs of a degree, which I'm sure if you've done any research around what the kind of fees are involved in with a cost of a degree for an American university, is substantially more affordable than what you would pay. And the fact is that you'd be getting academic leadership from some of the top universities, such as University of Oxford, Harvard, Columbia, but you are studying with us at a way more affordable rate. We also have transfer credits available. There's fees around transfer credits, which is $17. Again, one of some of the most affordable on the market. But then the great news about transferring credits is that your route to completing your degree then becomes a lot faster, and the price for your degree is even more affordable than these fees here. So I hope that helps us explain the fees a little bit, and I'm sure there'll be questions at the end, which I'm happy to go into more detail if we need to. Application process, likewise, is very simple. You do this all online on our website. So you start at UoPeople.edu. You'll then be asked to confirm an email and create a password. You'll then go in to log on into our portal. So then every step of the way you will be guided on our portal. You'll confirm your details. You'll confirm which program you're interested in. You pay the application fee. And then you start uploading all your documentation to start the foundation evaluation. So I'm going to pause here just to tell you a little bit about what that means by foundations courses. So I think it's important for any online university and for you to really get a feel to make sure that online study is for you. It can be very challenging. It's not always for everyone. You have to be a really strong self-learner, which I do understand from GED graduates, and what I hear from Sean, that's something that you guys already have experience in, and it's already been beneficial for your learning experience that you've done this kind of learning before. So I would have no doubt that you would really enjoy the online learning experience that we could offer you. However, foundations courses give you a flavor. It gives you a couple of the courses that you would study, and make sure that you're comfortable with the online learning program and the method. So once you'd enroll with that, we would then complete anything that's required left over, whether that's your transfer credits, your English appeal, if that was necessary. You would enter your funding of how you're looking to fund your studies, and then you save your spot. So we like to keep it really, really simple, the steps. And what happens is that once you start your application, you then get assigned a dedicated admissions advisor that will help you on every step. So if you've got any questions, if you need any support or any technical issues, your admissions advisor is there to help you see you through to saving your spot with us. Okay, so those are all the details of the application process for you. And again, I'm very happy to answer any other questions that you may have at the end. But let's have a quick chat about the different programs that we can offer. So first of all, computer science, definitely one of our most popular programs. We have been running a few webinars recently on the computer science program. If you're interested in finding out in depth about the program, please check out our YouTube channel, because we publish our webinars onto there. We also publish any upcoming webinar that we're running on our social media channels. So if you'd like to join any of the other webinars around the programs themselves, we often have a student on there, and we may have academic teams on there that really go into the weeds of what it is like to study computer science and the other programs. Then please do check us out. But computer science is all built on an academic foundation. It's all about preparing you for employment, hands-on experience, and specialized skills. So we offer for that an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, and we just launched, and we're so excited about this, we just launched our master's in IT. Now, this was a really long time coming for us. Master's in IT is one of the most expensive degrees, master's degrees out there at all. And we are so proud to be able to now offer that tuition free to our students. It's a huge milestone for us at UoPeople, and we are starting to see the applicants pour in. So an amazing degree, amazing leadership. Definitely one to check out if that's something you're interested in the future. We also offer business administration. This provides an in-depth understanding of the industry, provides you innovative strategies for solving business problems. And we have some really amazing, again, leadership from top universities and corporations. We have a real mix on our advisory board for the business administration. It's a really great one. Again, we offer different levels for this. We offer associates. So again, if you're looking to do a slightly shorter degree for this, an introductory degree, associates is great. Bachelor's degree, and we also offer our masters, our MBA. And we just last year, not long after we did our last GED webinar together, we also launched certificates as well. So we have courses in business administration, such as marketing, entrepreneurship. So if you're actually looking for something a little bit shorter term and want to do some skills or upskilling, then certificate degrees are really great. We offer our Masters in Education, and we actually partner with the IB for this. We've just opened up a new recent flood of scholarships for that. But together with the IB, the MED program is all about driving a new generation of teachers. We do all sorts of curriculum such as pedagogy, assessment of student-supported direct inquiry, interdisciplinary learning, critical thinking, and so on. Masters of Education, again, is what we believe is the future for a new generation of teachers. And health science, I personally know a few of our South African students who are studying health science. Last year, we were doing a campaign around the South African market, and we interviewed some students just to get some of their take. and a few of them were all studying on health sciences and saying how much they were enjoying and getting out of the program. All of them were working full-time as well as studying with us, all in the pharmaceutical field. But really health science is, well, it's never been more important with what's been going on really over the last 2 years. We offer associate's degree, bachelor's, but we're also proud to have launched certificates as well in this, including epidemiology, which, needless to say, is vital for these times that we've gone through. But really, health science is something that we're really proud of, and we're really pushing to get more people out into this field. So now you've had a bit of a flavour of what we offer in terms of programs, I would like to touch on how we teach. I know there's a lot of people that want to know exactly how does it even work to study online. Obviously every online university may teach a little bit differently. But many of them use, like we do, online learning management systems, LMS as they're known as. So we use a very, very popular and highly used portal called Moodle. So everything you would do is go into Moodle each day, and that's how we would deliver our courses to you. So you'd be on the Moodle platform. When it comes to your course materials, everything is all uploaded to the Moodle, and you're able to download. Sometimes even you can download them offline, so that you don't always have to be online all the time. You can download some of that coursework. But we use open education resources. This is what helps drive the tuition-free programs, that we're able to use an open education resource, textbooks and learning materials, which are free of charge to you, free of charge to us. We also have qualified instructors. So where I was mentioning that ratio of 17:1, that means that you would have an instructor which would supervise and guide your class. All of them are led, they're all qualified, they guide you all the way through, and they oversee all of your work and the class discussions, quizzes, everything. The instructors are absolutely amazing. We get such good feedback about our instructors. And we also teach, which is quite unique to UoPeople, is peer-to-peer learning. What we found is that to really prepare our students for the future of what the world really is like to work in, is that you are often in business being assessed and you're working with other peers. And that is why we have a peer-to-peer learning model, which means that students work with each other and take the time to grade each other's work, so that we can all share knowledge and network and understand what it means in terms of standards, to really, really learn from each other with personal attention from the instructor as well. So that means that you're reviewing each other as well as reviewing your own work, which we feel is very important, prepares you for the world of work, is exactly what would happen in business environments. So we like to prepare our students for it. It's very, very popular for students, particularly in their second years, once they're in really getting the swing of the online learning field with us. So peer-to-peer learning is something that's popular. We offer a lot of support, so you would never feel like you're on your own. We have program advisors that help you each step of the way. So once you save your spot, you get transferred onto our courses and get assigned a program advisor. They're there to help you at any time if you need any support, you have any problems with your courses, any of that. They are your point of contact. They're your person to speak to. You'll also have your one-on-one feedbacks and guidance from your instructors. You'll have your student forums and peer review groups. And then we have a lot of tools to make sure all the students feel very connected within our communities. So we offer our Yammer platforms. There are so many Facebook groups, both either coordinated by us or the students run them themselves as well. And the students often create WhatsApp groups for their classes too. So you will always feel connected, you will always feel supported, and your fellow students are there to help support you every step of the way too. This is just an example of one of our students in Rotterdam. He comes on and does webinars with us quite regularly as well. He's an incredible friend of the university. He's currently studying business administration, and we're really hoping that he will go onto the MBA program. He's been really enjoying it so far. But he was saying, he always says about how attending with us is one of the best decisions he's ever made. And it challenges and improves his knowledge set. And it's quotes like this that just make us realize just how significant of lives we are changing globally through our programs and through our networks. And we're really proud of that. So thank you so much. I know there was a lot of information I shared with you in a very short space of time. I wanted just to add that if you are interested or your family member is interested in applying to us, we do have an application deadline coming up, which is March 17. We do enroll across multiple times of the year. So even if you wanted to start your application, but you were looking to join maybe a little bit later in the year, you could still apply now and have that option to choose a further term to join us. But we would really love to have you if that's something that you are interested in. And even if you are choosing another online university as well, again, please just remember the advice around when you're doing your research. Really look onto their channels, make sure that they are very active on social and they are talking about the quality of their degrees. Really look into what they can offer you in terms of the student services. For example, we offer student career services. There's a lot more things that we add to in terms of the benefits of studying with us that, again, we don't charge anything for it. You only pay your application fee as you go. And make sure you're really clear around all the fees that they are charging when it comes to online. Make sure there's nothing hidden and no surprises. So those are some of the key things to think about when you're searching for an online degree. Make sure that it's really clear, the quality is there, what student services are you going to get, and who is the academic leadership behind those courses. If you do all of that, then I'm sure that you will pick the right degree for you. So thank you so much. I'm going to have a quick drink of water now whilst Sean's back here. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and obviously happy to take any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thanks. That was really very, very informative. Thank you so much for running through that presentation and all that information. It's actually quite amazing how the University of the People is growing in terms of product offering and students. Before we start going through the questions, I just have a couple of things that I want to clarify, if you don't mind. I'm sure it will cover some of the questions as well. The first thing I just want to mention to everybody is that in South Africa, the concept of an associate degree is very foreign. No one knows what that is. We don't have them in South Africa. We've only got a bachelor degree, an undergrad bachelor degree. So maybe just very quickly, could you clarify the difference between an associate and a bachelor degree?
Thanks, Sean. I always forget that it is really a US thing around having an associate's degree. So here in the US, there is an option to do almost, would you call it, an introductory degree. Here's associates. It's a shorter amount of 2 years. So it doesn't have the financial or the length of commitment that a bachelor's degree, but it offers someone that opportunity to obtain a degree in a shorter form that then leads to, bachelor's degree or employment. So in the US, people here sometimes opt for a degree to be able to give them that mark of higher education. but without having to go to the level of commitment of a bachelor's degree. So yes, Sean, you're absolutely right. It's maybe something that would not be applicable or appealing to the South African or African audience. However, it could be something that is considered, especially with a shorter commitment time.
So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Then the certificates that you mentioned. You said you've got certificates in marketing and entrepreneurship and all these exciting certificates. Could you just go into a little bit more detail? How long are they? What are the requirements to study a certificate, etc.?
Yeah, definitely. So the certificates, we offer 9 altogether across health science and business administration. They comprise of around 3 to 4 courses. So what we've done is that we have taken the accredited courses from our degree programs and turned them into mini certificates that you can study. So therefore, you would join the University of the People, get benefits of being a student, but only be able to need to complete these certificate courses in probably around 6 months. That's often how long it takes to complete a certificate versus a degree, bachelor's degree, which would take 4 years. And they're obviously far more targeted. So, if you're studying on marketing, for example, you're taking 3 courses within our program, and then you can complete your certification within 6 months. In terms of your qualifications to get, so again, I think it is just the standard application requirements that we expect: English proficiency, high school completion. That's GED, obviously, but in this scenario. So yeah, the certificates are a really great option to study for a shorter period of time, especially if you are in a job and would like to upskill. And that's what the certificates were designed for. So.
That's really interesting, and I think it can benefit a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's really, really nice. So for more information on the certificates, I assume it's all available on your website, which is uopeople.edu.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And one last thing before we go into the questions. You mentioned the professor from the UCT, which is the University of Cape Town, and she sits on your advisory board at the University of the People. So she advises you. We have the recording you have provided to us, so we will, just to confirm to everybody, when we send out the email of the recording of this webinar, we will also include that recording so that you can access, so that everyone can access that recording as well. So just to jump into the questions, we've got about 20 odd minutes left of our webinar. Some of them may be applicable, some of them may not. So Kate, the first one's for you. It's from Gavin. It says, is your education degree accepted in South Africa to teach? Well, I'm going to start answering that for you to begin with, because if I recall, you've only got from a master's degree level up. You don't have a undergrad degree in education, so it doesn't really apply in that environment, unfortunately. But this one, Lindsay, I don't know if you'd be able to answer this one. It's also from Gavin. What workplaces in South Africa accept the University of the People qualifications?
Well, I'm assuming it would be most of the workplaces that accept any degree. With University of the People being an accredited university, it would be the same as if you study a degree at any university around the world.
Yes, and to make it more accepted, should then be a need for it, there's obviously the process of following the SAQA acceptance or evaluation process.
Correct.
Okay, so that's, Gavin, that's another thing you can do. You can just apply to SAQA for a certificate of evaluation as well. And how does it work to apply for a bursary, and to what extent can it cover all study costs, Kate?
Yeah, so we do offer scholarships at University of the People. Whilst we are tuition free and very affordable, sometimes people still need the support, and people can't afford even the fees that we are charging. So we do offer scholarships. We don't want anyone to be left behind. So if you were looking to apply for scholarships, then what I would suggest is you go onto our website. There's a tab which says fees. It's under fees and scholarships. You can go onto there and have a look about the information. It comes in the application process when it's asking for your funding. That is the time where you would, if you're applying for a scholarship, if we have those scholarships available, then we will offer those. But you would just need to put in a justification of why you would need that scholarship, how much that scholarship you would need. Some students will apply for full, some half. It depends on their situation. But wherever we can help support students that cannot afford our fees, we will. So the best place to start is going onto the site and start with scholarship information, and then we can guide you from there. And likewise, once you start your application and you have an admissions advisor, if you need more information around the scholarships, then your admissions advisor can help support you in what is you need to do in terms of the steps.
Well, that's really great. I think it's really amazing that you offer scholarships as well to help students. Another question is, do you offer a course in psychology?
I'd like to say we do, because I think it is part of the health science degree programs. So I can have a quick look after this and confirm, but I'm pretty sure psychology is included within the health science programs, one of the courses there. There are 20 courses. I can't remember every single one, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that.
But my understanding is it would probably be a subject psychology within a course. It's not like you can study to become a psychologist.
Right. So the health science degree program and all of the degree programs are split up into courses. So each week you're going to learn something relevant to that degree. So it might be that 1 week for one course you are studying all psychology, and then you move on to epidemiology. So the whole point of the health science degree is to give you that really in-depth knowledge across a wide field of study, in addition to some of the standard courses that we offer that all of the degree programs do, which is preparing you for your vocational work. So you'll have the very specific things to business administration or to health science, but then you're also going to study courses that give you that foundational, more general coursework that then helps prepare you for the world of work. So that's generally how we teach and how it's split up. But yes, all of these courses are extremely relevant to that field, that then gives you that opportunity to have a stepping stone onto other things. Say if you wanted to then move into the field of psychology, then you have your health science degree that will give you that platform to do that.
Yeah, very good. What about accounting? To become an accountant?
Accounting, yeah, I know for a fact that is in our business administration degree programs. We also offer a certificate in accounting. If we felt that was very important to pull that out as a certificate. The course is extremely important to the business administration degree. So we actually offer that both in certificate and our associates, bachelor's, and MBA.
Very good. But obviously the South African or the country-specific tax laws, etc., obviously not covered in these degrees. So it's not like you can become an accountant in South Africa. You can just study accounting.
Correct. You would need to then go on to any specific educational requirements that would be needed to be, because we're not, it's one course within 20, for example. It's not one course in accounting. So it's covered under the business administration degree. So it would give you that, it would give you the skills and knowledge and a platform. But again, we try to keep everything as broad as we can, because we want to have the students, exactly for the reasons I've been saying, to give them that platform to go out and pursue some of those relevant fields in terms of the courses they've studied. So that's why we pick broader subjects like business administration and health science, rather than running a degree program in accounting, because we need to give students the biggest opportunity and the breadth of the field of study to go on and do things that will then support them in their future careers.
Very good. I'm assuming the answer is no to this one, seeing that you're not a technical college, but the question is, do you offer any technical drafting courses?
I don't know whether I'm answering this correctly. I hope I am, but the computer science degrees have technical aspects to those. Is that the kind of question I'm being asked here, just around technical skills as part of a degree?
I think it's more in lines of like drawing, for like architect drawing, etc. So I don't think it would apply.
Okay, no. So no. And the only technical pieces that we have are within our computer science degree, because it involves a lot of coding. It teaches you, one of the courses, coding. I know for the MS in IT as well, you saw some of the advanced technical work that comes off the back of that. There's a technical project, but I think if we're talking around more around the architecture field, then no, just due to the 4 fields of study that we currently offer at the university. Okay,
all right. Going to give you a quick break. I'm going to let Lindsay answer the next couple of questions.
My water.
There we go. So Lindsay, now the question is, which universities do you recommend if you want to study a medical degree?
So obviously there's multiple universities across South Africa that offer the medicine, but you need to check the admission requirements directly with them. I think if you have a GED, you are going to struggle to get admission, because we always say to students, if you want to study at a South African government university, in terms of the medical field or the engineering field, you might come up short. So I would always recommend you contact the university where you do want to study and find out what their specific admission requirements are. And if they'd consider a GED with, say, an NBT, or what their minimum requirements are.
And what about a Bachelor of Education in Foundational Education?
Okay, so there's quite a few colleges that are accepting GED graduates for a higher certificate in education, be it at ECD level or foundation level. I've heard of Stadia, I've heard of, we've spoken to the IIE group, the Varsity College. You can complete a higher certificate and from there progress onto the degree.
And obviously it depends on what level. I think to begin with, if I recall, it's ECD for early childhood development.
Yeah, the best would be to start with ECD and then move into your BEd if you want to do foundation level.
Okay. Here's an interesting one, Kate. In order to be accepted into the University of the People, are there any specific grades that are required at the GED level, or is it you just need to have graduated and have a GED diploma in order to be accepted?
Yeah, it's a really great question. I'm glad you asked that. Thank you. You just need to show completion. The idea here is to not have people not accepted onto a degree because of their grades. We want them to all be on an even path where they've all achieved completion. It's the same as whether you've completed your high school, you've got your diploma, you've completed high school, you've completed your GED, you've got your certification. If you don't have any of those things, we provide an ability to benefit test. We just need people at a level that then have the opportunity to come learn with us. And that's all part of our mission, is to break down the barriers, and having different levels of what you need to achieve within your GED, again, provides a barrier that we don't want. So completion is perfectly acceptable to us. We then have everything that we have in place to really push our students and help them achieve the degrees and the opportunities that they want to here at university. So no, nice and easy completion, certification, the English proficiency, which you guys would have, the age that we minimum requirement. That's how easy it is really to, and that's why we're trying to get more people into higher education by not having complicated applications and admissions requirements. It's not needed. We make sure that's what we're here for to do, is to make it easier for everyone to get more people into higher education. And by the way, Sean, I double checked our health science curriculum, and it's psychopathology and mental health is the course that we actually offer when we're asked about psychology. So I just wanted to...
Okay, so it's a specific course in psychology. It's not a full degree in psychology.
Yeah, it's part of our, but I wanted to check whether it was psychology alone, but it's actually psychopathology, and mental health is one course that is studied under, it's a proctored course, and it's studied within health science. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I was like,
so this one is a little bit different. This is relating also to acceptance at University of the People, but they don't have a GED. They rather have a high school diploma from another college in the US.
Yeah, I mean, and that's if we have the completion, if it's a high school completion diploma, then that is acceptable. And if you need any support, or if you need any way, if you're struggling or to understand the document like upload or the documentation process, again, your admissions advisor can just help you. So once you sign up and apply, your admissions advisor can help you with any documentation. If you're not sure, you can just reach out to them on email, they'll help you. But yes, that's again, nice and easy. Completion of high school diploma is accepted.
Okay, very good. Now, there's two questions relating to health sciences. I'm just going to start with the second question first, and that is, what is a Bachelor of Health Sciences equivalent to? Just to fully understand it, is it the equivalent of doing an undergrad in medicine? What is it?
So the Bachelor's of Health Science is really driven to train students for careers in healthcare, mainly around community organising, education, healthcare. And it takes an approach from many areas of study. Again, I know I'm probably repeating myself a bit here about how we offer fields of study that are a little bit more general, but really what it is it's going to teach you areas of public health, healthcare, mental health, even to a point of disease prevention, nutrition. So it's a very, very broad course. But ultimately, it's just going to teach you around all the knowledge and skills needed to function in the healthcare environment. And it gives you a level of expertise. So whilst it's hard to compare it with, say, a degree in medicine, it's completely different to that. It's a very vocational field of study where it's going to give you a broad knowledge across all the areas, key areas of healthcare. to help you then move into your career or further your field of study. So if it is something like medicine that you want to go in, the bachelor's degree in healthcare will be that that level to get you to move into that field of study within medicine that you want to. So whilst it's, like I said, whilst it's difficult to compare exactly because it's a broader subject, it's an amazing one to do if you're looking for a career in healthcare but you're not quite sure which field to go into. I think this particular degree program will help, sway that decision for you of what area it might be you're really interested in.
So in summary, it's not an undergraduate degree for medicine, and it's you cannot become a surgeon by studying health sciences.
You would need to go to medical school.
It's not the same as medical school. It's associated medical related jobs that you could get doing the health sciences degree. It's not studying medicine. So let's just leave that there. Then here's an interesting question is maybe just to, that is, how does the time difference work in regards to your classes?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as I mentioned earlier, we have classes that run continuously, and we have students studying from not just South Africa and Africa, but all over the world, in the US and Japan. We're a very global, diverse university. The way it works is that you have each week a number of tasks to complete, whether that is the group quizzes, the discussion guides, your peer-to-peer reviews. The classes run on a continuous feed, so it's almost like you're constantly connected. You dip in and you dip out, depending on what your commitments are, what your time zone is. But what it means is there's just a continuous live chat of your class going on so that you can then join the class. We don't teach, certain slots. So you're not going to be sitting there and watching a lecture or a presentation. We have just continuous work and coursework that goes on with regards to the quizzes that I mentioned. So that means that you can join your class at any time and you can leave your class at any time. As long as your tasks are being completed, your quizzes are being done, your grading is completed, and then again, when it comes to the end of the course and it's assessment time, at the end of that 9-10 weeks, then obviously that is done within certain time frames. But again, it's done on your own time. Everything is, you're studying at your own pace. And that's how the classes work. It may mean that your instructor will reply to you at a time later on in the day. You might send in a question and they come back to you later, but it means that nothing, it just continues, the flow continues. Also got your WhatsApp groups if you wanted to speak to your classmates in the interim, but it really is very much flexible, studying at your own pace and your own time. And it's really clever how it works. I've seen the class like threads. I've seen it all on Moodle. If you want to watch a bit more of a demo of how Moodle works and how the classes work, go to our YouTube channel because we have some Moodle demos that you can watch and see actually how does a class function. Check out our YouTube channel for that, because I think that will give you a better understanding of how it looks. It's really cool, really cool.
Really sounds so interesting. Kate, thank you so much for all the time that you've given us and your expertise, and Lindsay, to you as well for the time and the questions that you have answered, and to everyone that's attending, thank you so much for attending. I hope it's been very useful. Hope some of you consider the University of the People. It's definitely a university to consider when you are thinking about what you're going to study when you graduate from your GED. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact us. Our email address is info@ged.org.za. We will also be sending out the recording of of this webinar by email, as well as we'll put it onto social media. So if there is anyone that's missed it or wants to go watch something specifically, you're more than welcome to rewind and go and find it. Have a lovely rest of your day. Kate, good morning to everyone else. Good afternoon, good evening, and thanks so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.